I'm going to briefly pause. There are some of us who will remember it. I'm pretty certain, Victoria, you won't. But the last time we had wood snake was 1965. So I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I'm pretty certain if there are those of you amongst us who remember 1965, Mickey, I know you'll definitely be able to put your hand up. That 1965 was a pivotal year in American history, especially, and it was marked by several significant events in politics, social change, and economic growth. Basically, 65 set in motion the things that were then about to unfold in the following years. It was a pivotal year. So here we are again, 60 years later, and we have wood snake upon us. And basically, I think we have to bear that in mind as we look at all that is swirling around and shifting and changing, that according to this Chinese ancient wisdom, it's because we are in a place of powerful social and human existence transformation. And I would like to add, for the better. So what we're seeing at the moment, which is challenging our senses in every way, to remember that in fact, that this year is a shift, a dynamic shift. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited by the prospect of it. We're actually in the seat of history. And I also want to mention, of course, that you know my love of numbers. I think it's a Virgo thing. And number 8 is the luckiest number in Chinese, according to Chinese tradition, because it's associated that the number 8 in the character is similar to the word for wealth, or not just financial wealth, but prosperity. So number 8. I'm just going to very quickly go over 8 things I'd love to share with you about this year of the snake, and why and what and how we can approach it. So first of all, number 1, it is a 4,000-year-old tradition. So in terms of its influence on human life, there's something to be said for it, I think. It came from the Shang dynasty, and it was birthed through a time of honoring deities and ancestors. We'll get to that in a moment. But of course, it was originally part of that honoring of their lunar time and the agricultural cycles, marking the end of winter and the emergence of the new farming season. So, yeah, number 1 is to remember that this has been with us a long, long time. Number 2, at its very core, is to remember that it is a time of reunion and bonds and togetherness and community. If ever there were a time to be amongst others that we love and we know and we trust and we rely on, it's now. So I would like to offer it, even though maybe you might not go to any Chinese festivals in this time, but perhaps you yourself can find a way to celebrate. Maybe to create something where you can bring family together. It's almost like Thanksgiving in a way, a time of togetherness and relationship, and you don't have to do the turkey. I'll come to the food in a moment. Number 3, of course, all of these things are steeped in symbolism and spiritual significance. But the first thing to do is to clean the house. So if you've got a broom and you've got some corners, I would say let's start there. They believe in sweeping and removing all the bad energies and things that are lingering from the past year and take them away and make space for a fresh start. Red, of course, as we know, is a color symbol which is intertwined with the symbolism of good fortune and joy and protection, divine protection. Firecrackers, as we know, are used to scare away anything malevolent. And similar with the dragon dance, of course, the powerful, powerful symbol of energy, of strength and good fortune and protection. And then lanterns, you'll see lots of lanterns. So it's a time to turn lights on in your house at night. Even if you have a lantern or candles, and they represent the light of knowledge and the hope for a bright future, illuminating our way ahead. So all of this, as I said, is a toolbox. It's not about astrology, it's about preparedness. Number 4 is something which I think we in the West struggle to remember on a regular basis. Not everybody, but I think that in many ways with our traditions in the West, we've forgotten the sense of our connection to ancestors. And so for this time of year, it's just to sit and think about the generations that have made our one life possible. If you go back, and if you actually do an exercise, you can go back and you can count. And I think it's 24 generations equals 4,638 or something like that, of people who came together to make us possible. So just to take time to acknowledge and thank those who've been before us to make our lives possible. Then, of course, there's food. And 3 of the ones that I rather like are the dumplings. They symbolize, of course, wealth and prosperity. Fish, which the word yu in Mandarin Chinese is a homophone for surplus, plenty, plenitude. And noodles. Very often they like to have long noodles that they haven't cut to signify longevity and a wish for a long life. Number 6, the importance of setting intentions and resolutions. And I think that's part of what I was leading you in earlier. We have to reflect on the past year with gratitude, but also to acknowledge, okay, this thing has come to its natural end. It's no longer serving me. Time to let it go, time to shed that skin and move on into these intentions that we've set for ourselves. And taking proactive steps, obviously. And then also, it's not just a physical thing or a spiritual thing, but it's a whole somatic thing, which is where it's an opportunity to let go, number 7, of past grievances and things which have stalled us or tripped us or held us back or caused us to feel hopelessness or dismay. That this is a time, a powerful, powerful time that we can spiritually cleanse ourselves of those things. And to, most importantly, why are we doing it? Because we're embracing this powerful change and transformation that is about to come. And we're doing so with space in our homes, in our hearts, in our lives, in our minds, so that growth can actually happen. And finally, to embrace what it will mean with us spiritually, that it's not just a physical thing, but always in this Chinese tradition, it has a spiritual element. Whether it's, the symbolism of the family or the food or the intentions or the colors or the firecrackers, each of those are symbolizing the things that we want to bring spiritually into our lives. So, again, creating a strategic plan, embracing challenge. I forgot to mention too, bring nature indoors. If you've got a plant or something green that's been outdoors, bring it in. Bringing nature, bringing life to boost stability and vitality. Reflecting and releasing and practicing patience in action. It's the ancient Wa way of action and inaction, that yin and that yang, waiting, as I said, for the year of the snake, the right timing. And the wonderful thing, as I close on this, is that the Chinese New Year, and I think this is the thing that has always encouraged me the most, is it's not just about Chinese, but they also realize that these symbols, this way, transcends specific religions, and it unites them. Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, any of our other main religions, there is that celebration of being inclusive, welcoming diversity, as I said at the very beginning. All of it has a place, and all of it is relevant. And then, of course, as I said earlier, that balance between yin and yang, symbolizing all of that dynamic, dramatic tension that's going on. And there we are in at the middle, trying always to hold space calmly, strategically, with an open heart and an open mind, and seeking the harmony within ourselves, because as within, so without. Thank you, everybody.
If you like this video, please like us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. Thank you.